Quick thank you to Kiwi for this wonderful fan art based on the supervillain Minion audio. Now, back to your regularly scheduled programming. Morning, hon. Your alarm's going off. You might want to get that. Whoa, you're jumpy this morning. Was I sleep kicking you again? You know I can't control it. When I sleep, I get very... Wait. That look. You don't recognize me, do you? Oh, it must have worked then. Have fun, hon. Don't mess with anything. Okay, I'm sure that you're extremely confused right now, and probably more than a little scared. Unfamiliar environment, waking up next to a complete stranger, all that. Completely understandable, I get it. I'm just gonna step out of the bed and turn the light on, and then I'll explain everything. Okay? Okay. I'll start with how you got here. So there's this really popular service at the moment that allows you to... Well, this is going to sound a bit strange, but it allows you to transfer your consciousness across time and space. Really big with our age range, letting us relive the glory days of being younger and, well, not stress-free, but less stressed, at least. Basically what it does is it creates a temporal link between your current consciousness and an eligible consciousness of yours from the past, and allows you to travel back to that past consciousness. Depending on the temporal length strength, you get anywhere from about a day to 2 weeks maximum in the past. Thing is, you know what, consciousness doesn't even sound like a word anymore. I'll just go with you. Anyway, the you from the past can't just do nothing and wait for their corporeal form to be available again. So the safest option is to just bring that past you to the future. That way you won't just leave behind an empty husk when you swap back and, create a paradox or whatever. What I'm basically trying to say is, welcome to the future. Roughly 7 to 10 years into the future, to be exact. Or not exact. It varies depending on the timey-wimey stuff, the wormholes, and quantum physics, and blah blah blah. Way out of my wheelhouse. But, yeah, future you is currently in your time, reliving whenever you're from. When are you from, out of curiosity? Like what year were you in before the whole, 2022. Oh. Well, all the best, hon. Enjoy a week of indoor retro games and movies. Well then, welcome to 2030. I suppose I should introduce myself then. If you're from 2022, then you haven't actually met me yet. So, to avoid causing a paradox or something like that, I won't tell you my name. But I will tell you the reason why we were, in bed together. So, no real way to sugarcoat this. Nice to meet you. I'm your future husband. Oh yes, very much for real. And next on the talk, please take a look at the ring finger on your left hand, and you'll see an engagement ring. Isn't it pretty? It's your birthstone, plus the actual wedding ring, of course. I've got both rings too, for reasons you'll find out in a few years' time. Ooh, mysterious. Oh, if you need any more proof, just go ahead and unlock your phone there, on the bedside cabinet. What's the pin? Oh, well, the good news is you haven't changed your pin in the last decade, so you'll work it out. Last I checked, your home screen was a photo of us on our trip to Italy last year. See? Us, Italy. Italy, us. I think you get the picture. Is that you? Oh, yes. Yes, indeed it is. You've changed your style a bit, but you're about as stunning as ever. Even with a bedhead. Especially with a bedhead. Oh, sorry. Brushing your hair, it's sort of a force of habit. Forgot for a second you're not technically you. Sorry. Oh yes, you've aged remarkably well. Like a fine oaken cask of vintage wine. Bellissimo. I mean, it's not like you've gotten more breathtaking or anything. You always were. Just different breathtaking. Ice cream and cake are both very different desserts. But no one is ever going to turn down tasty ice cream or cake. Quite frankly, your laugh hasn't changed at all. Thank goodness for that. When we first met, my brain rewired itself to slam the dopamine button whenever you laughed. Glad that's still working. Every day I look at these rings, and I think about how lucky I am. I don't get the chance often between work and life and everything, but I make the most of it whenever I do. What was the wedding like? Oh, I shouldn't spoil it too much for you, but I'd at least call it the best day of my life. We couldn't afford a big celebration, just close friends and family. An absolutely sorrowful cake that was only two-tiered and that only tasted slightly perfect. But we had each other, and, well, at the end of the day, that's all that mattered. And the honeymoon. Well, it's definitely something you can look forward to sometime between 2023 and 2029, I guess. What's your future like? Well, I think the future you generally likes having me around. So, there's one thing. Oh, you're like this close to your dream job. Yeah, that dream job. You, future you, has worked so incredibly hard to get here, and wow, you can almost taste the euphoria. Even then, your current job pays quite well, I would say. This isn't an apartment we're living in. This is a house, like with a garden, and a mortgage, unfortunately, but a garden, most importantly. I'd say you're doing pretty okay in general. Your future life has its ups and downs, but the ups more than make up for the downs. Why did future you go back then? Well, hoverboards and space travel are fun and all, but sometimes people just get nostalgia for how things were, how things used to be. Even if things seem bad now, or then for you, I guess, there's always good times. In the past, in the present, in the future. You just have to keep an eye out for it. Sometimes it'll come naturally. Sometimes you'll have to work for it. But in the end, good things come to good people. And yeah, I might be a bit biased, being your future husband and all, but I believe that about you, that you deserve good things, that you're a good person. That's why 2030 you did this whole thing. To appreciate what they missed the opportunity to appreciate the first time. You know, future you told me about how they remember this whole everything. Waking up next to me, my really overly wordy explanation, all that. And then they also told me about how I got really sentimental and sappy at the end. And I laughed, as if I said, prophecy fulfilled, I suppose. Not that I regret being sappy. Not at all. Now then, I'm sure you'd like a tour of the sci-fi world of tomorrow. And we're on a limited timer before future you returns from the past. It's only slightly risking the collapse of the space-time continuum, but I think it'll be fine. Probably. You ready? What's first? Have you ever seen that really old movie, Back to the Future Part 2? Okay, well, all I'll say is, where we're going, we don't need roads. Thanks for listening to this audio. If you like my content and want to support me a little extra, head over to my revamped Ko-fi page. For $1 a month, you get your name in the credits of YouTube uploads, MP3 versions of every audio, and even early access to audios a day before YouTube. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and see you next time.